Am I the butthole for telling my sister she was dating my biological father? So, my life's turned into a bloody soap opera recently and I could use some outside opinions here. I, 24 female, am the product of my mom having an affair. Fortunately my dad decided to forgive my mom and keep me, and I had a pretty good upbringing. But I don't really look a lot like the rest of my family, I'm the only redhead, among other things, and I did ask questions of a why am I the only one with insert trait here? Nature growing up. When I was 17 my mom took me out for ice cream and introduced me to my bio father. She said that she felt I was old enough to know the truth, and explained about her affair, while also A, making me promise I wouldn't tell my older sister, 27 female in the present, and B, hammering home along with my bio father that he'd never be part of my life and didn't want me. It was a lot, I won't lie, but I learned to suck it up and move on with my life. Fast forward to the present. My big sis has always gravitated towards older men. We like to joke that it's the result of too many George Clooney movies growing up, and 2 months ago shared a picture of herself and her new boyfriend. Who, to my shock, turned out to be my bio father. I debated what to do for a couple of days, then ultimately decided she needed the truth and told her. My sister did not take it well and dumped him, but she wasn't angry with me. Honestly by now she's kind of amused, says that since she banged my dad she's my mom and has extra power to boss me around now. My mom on the other hand, is furious. She says I divulged something that wasn't my secret to share, and that I had no business telling anyone. That since bio father isn't related to my sister it didn't matter if he dated my sister and it wasn't like they were talking marriage anyway. It's been 2 months and she's still angry, still snide, calls me a traitor and finds excuses to make loud comments about how I can't be trusted with anything private or important, so beware. At the time I thought I was doing the right thing, but I've never seen my mom this angry before, and she sustained that anger for 2 solid months, so I'm starting to worry. Did I actually do something really crafty? Am I the butthole? Edit. Wow, this got a lot more comments than I expected. I can't answer everyone, but I do appreciate every comment and the support that I'm getting. 2 months of having your mom furious with you takes quite a toll, so it's been really relieving seeing so many NTAs in the comments. Thank you all. I'm trying to read everyone even if I don't reply. NTA, she needed to know that, that's weird and a little too close to home. Also it's kind of messed up that your older sister was never told about this key part of her family history. Also if your bio father knew who she was and her relationship to you that's really weird and creepy. Thank you. I don't know if he knew. On the one hand my sister doesn't exactly have a lot of family photos in her apartment, on the other hand social media's a thing and my sister's not trying to hide her family, so shrugs. It is your life that was affected by her affair. It is 100% your business. I have a hard time believing bio did not know and he was having a go at the younger version of his old flame. This is gross and your sister deserved to know. You are a fantastic sibling and NTA. It is completely your business. You are the product of the affair. I can understand not wanting you to walk around telling every stranger you meet, but when your sister started dating your sperm donor, that is important. Maybe it's still a sore spot in your parents' marriage, or maybe she thinks it will hurt your dad if your siblings know, especially if he was a good dad, or maybe she just cares about image. You cannot control your mom's anger, just refuse to engage. NTA. Exactly. Plus I can't imagine how Op's legal father would feel knowing both his wife and daughter had banged the same dude. Geez, even the mom should have been disgusted by that. I don't understand why would she be okay with that situation. Yeah, not to mention if there was going to be any family dinners with him, it was going to implode anyways. Original poster gave everyone the gentle, grown-up solution. Mom clearly doesn't know how to handle any situation like a grown-up, as shown by the affair and subsequent tantrum. Imagine the fireworks if older sis didn't know, fell in love, and brought Op's bio dad home to meet the folks with a surprise. We just eloped. Surprise. I'm pregnant. Op could have had a sister niece. It's giving me weird proxy vibes. I had a parent who lived vicariously through me and my relationships, trying to push me towards the people they were most infatuated with on my behalf, which was all sorts of terrible and traumatizing on its own. But the fact that the mother is so angry about this, and only angry, without indicating relief on any level, while also finding ways to rationalize the relationship with things like they weren't headed for marriage makes me wonder if Op's mother's anger is also about the breakup. Treating Op's own biohistory as something that doesn't belong to them because it's owned by mom and only mom suggests mom might have some NPD-like characteristics to her. If so, mom's transference would track. Any minimally sane human being would at least recognize some form of mixed feelings, anger at feeling betrayed, along with something positive at the outcome. I'm not saying someone couldn't be a total and make a way bigger deal out of the betrayal while totally minimizing their relief at the outcome, and I'm not even suggesting that Op's mom can't be hiding that relief extremely well. But I'm very uncomfortable at Op's description suggesting their mom is displaying pure anger. If this is accurate, and we have nothing if not Op's words taken at face value, then my gut tells me mom's behavior is even more alarming than even original poster probably realizes. I know I'm making certain assumptions and extrapolating from what little info we have, but I think there's good indication that mom was seeing sister's relationship with bio dad as a proxy continuation of the initial affair. I'd bet pretty confidently that mom was pleased about the relationship, if not downright encouraging, because she saw it as a way to carry out and involve herself in a weird, pseudo-relationship with bio dad. The psychology here is all sorts of twisted and deeply complex, which is difficult to even summarize in a simple way, but it's definitely a dynamic some people engage in. And it's about as unhealthy for everyone involved as one would expect. Yeah, I'd say she cares about image. Now her daughter knows she's a cheater. You're always going to look at your parent differently when you find out they're a crap human. Also, if the sister somehow got pregnant and decided to keep the child, original poster would be both sibling and aunt. My brother has a cousin/nephew. That one's fun to explain. Requires paper, pencils and patience. Edit, he's my half-brother. But I don't think about it that often. He's just my brother. Or maybe she thinks it will hurt your dad if your siblings know. What if sis had gotten serious about this guy and started bringing him to family gatherings? That would sure cause some awkwardness. Mom wasn't thinking this through very well. NTA, original poster. If mom didn't want her personal life shared, she shouldn't have cheated. Sister deserved to know. Yes. The next time mom complains about not being able to trust Op, original poster could offer to share with the family why. I'll just chalk it up to her body, her rules, and she consented and pursued the relationship just as much. That or he has a type and also genuinely didn't know. I was thinking the type thing exactly. He definitely seems to have a type and your mom and sister fit it. Yeah, I mean, by Op's reckoning he seemed pretty adamant about not wanting to know original poster or be involved in Op's life in any way. Intentionally and knowingly banging their sister would definitely increase the chance of him knowing and or being at least indirectly involved in Op's life. It is a weird coincidence for sure, but I think what you said is far more likely than him having actively searched for the sis out, or otherwise knowingly partaking in a relationship with one of his baby mama ex-partner's daughters. Unless he doesn't have SM or didn't check out her profile, he knew who sister is. Informed consent is important though. And clearly, he didn't have it from Op's sister. If he knew, he is a creep. This, 100,000 times. After Op's sister was informed, she still had the choice to keep dating him. The fact that she didn't just goes to show that Op's information was important to her, especially given that her sister isn't mad at her for sharing. If there's anyone who needs to butt out and mind their own business, it's the mom. Past a certain age, she really has no right trying to control the interpersonal relationships of her children. Original poster is NTA, at all. Hey body her rules, but would you want to F your mind X? Gag, I have half-sisters and I would be traumatized to find out in effing their dad. Her body her rules only applies if she knows what she's agreeing to. Hey, by the way, half your sister's chromosomes came from me is information she hadn't had the chance to factor into her rules until original poster told her. She had no idea that he was her sister's bio dad when she consented though. It would still be creepy if he pursued her, knowing she was Op's sister, and didn't tell her. I was totally thinking the same thing. Extra gross with a side of sleazy if he did know. Given it's the older sister, it's skin-crawlingly creepy to think that bio dad likely was around the sister as a toddler when he was banging the mom. TV writers need look no further than Reddit for new story arcs, person facepalming, female sign. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Right? Totally your business, it's your dad and how she wants to say you can't be trusted? If she could be trusted, then this predicament wouldn't exist now, would it? What? So, she's more ashamed of the affair than the reality that she'll have to embrace her other daughter's father as her maybe son-in-law if their relationship turned into something long-term? Or just, what if her daughter got pregnant? She'd be the grandmother to her daughter's half-sister. How is any of that not ultimately something she'd have issue with? I'm hoping, due to her word choices and excuses about how it wasn't a serious relationship so it wasn't worth worrying about, that if things had progressed to engagement she'd have said something. But my mom's biggest flaw before this was always avoiding things that scared her. Dad had to take over the finances because her avoidance led to some troubles with the credit card companies. She never would have said anything. Seems she's more pissed that more people now know about her infidelity than anything. Call her out on it. You did it, you own it and all that. Ops mom's ego and pride mean more to her than literally anything else. It's twisted. That almost makes it worse. She was willing to let your sister sleep with the same man she did. Imagine if there had been a pregnancy, you'd literally be a sister aunt. It would not have been a fun family portrait or family tree down the road. I think it's also worse because she'd be letting Op's sister get attached to this dude and maybe fall in love and then give her info that could destroy the relationship. Exactly. And then imagine the sister chose to stay with her, now ex, because she got too attached? And if he did get her pregnant, he wouldn't have taken responsibility of that child either, apparently, as history shows. That if things had progressed to engagement she'd have said something. Oh wow, that is horrible. Better to let the relationship end when it doesn't mean much yet. By waiting till there's an engagement or anything serious like that, she risked absolutely breaking your sister's heart. Yes, I honestly think waiting is so much worse. For the mom to care less about both daughters' feelings than owning a mistake made over a decade ago is really telling about the mom's selfishness. It sounds like she could use some pretty intensive therapy for many issues. Sounds like she doesn't like taking responsibility for her crafty actions and the people around her have enabled her all of her life. Also, she's an ostrich, buries her head in the sand pretending problems don't exist. It sounds like she didn't want to deal with the fallout of people knowing, so if no one said anything it didn't happen. My mother was like this. It caused her a lot of problems with debt and stuff where she had to sort things herself like car maintenance, etc. You are not the butthole original poster and everyone here is explaining so well why. Your mom is extremely selfish. I feel sorry for your family, but most of all for your dad. He decided to forgive her. I don't know how well he raised you, but he was there at least, and then your mom didn't want you to tell your sister about her dating your bio dad. Imagine if she would introduce him to your dad. He would have to meet the man who banged his wife and his daughter. How is he? Feel really sorry for the guy. NTA. Your mom is taking her feelings about herself out on you. Calls me a traitor. She's the one who cheated on her family. I can't be trusted with anything private or important. Says the woman who couldn't be trusted to stay faithful to her marriage. It's weird and messed up that your mother wasn't the least bit out that her daughter's father was hooking up with her other daughter. Her feelings must be a Category 4 hurricane right now. You hit it on the nose. And honestly, Op's mom didn't trust her. Original poster had been onto it for years. The mom told her at 17 because she could have had a DNA test at 18. I think you're 100% right. NTA Op. Also, your mom is acting like a jealous ex, which is a whole other level of ick. Good point. Maybe she's redirecting the anger to her daughter, but actually she has the problem with the bio dad. Either way, Op, your mom has issues and should seek therapy. NTA. Also, what's this about it not being Op's secret to share? That is her father. It is intrinsically Op's information to share with whoever she wants. Literally about to say, wasn't the whole point of this situation that your mom cheated, so technically this is all her fault? Not the butthole. Her mom is a butthole and a hypocrite. I strongly recommend Op's mother be hauled to a psychiatrist to be examined for a personality disorder. LOL. This is some Reddit armchair psychologist cringe. No. I hope this is sarcasm. People are complicated. Not everything they do wrong is a disorder. It's not like original poster has spelled out her lifelong pattern of behavior for us, and even then this comment is arrogant. People who don't have personality disorders cheat. They react with emotion instead of logic. Original poster is not the butthole, and I agree the mom isn't thinking clearly here, but it's easy for us to judge. We're removed from the situation. Ops mom probably just wanted to leave a decision she regrets in the past and thought that after she told original poster she could move on again, and then this happens. Now she has to face the reaction of both her children, and she's probably feeling a lot of shame and projecting on Op. Everyone projects sometimes, not just those with a PD. I mean, these are obvious consequences of what she did, but the fact that she's dealing with it poorly doesn't mean she has a personality disorder. PDs are very rare and very serious. That's such a ridiculous thing to say based on the very little second-hand info we have. Yes, this is called projection. Plus, I think the idea of it wasn't your secret to share is BS. She was the product of the affair. It is her story, her journey, and her truth. It was definitely her secret to share with anyone she wishes. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.